Welcome to part 2 of House of Hell, a fighting fantasy live read by me, iClorox. If you missed part 1, you can find that link in the description below. In this episode, we choose from a wide variety of food options, nearly get lost in the twisting corridors of the house, and investigate a suspicious bulge. So sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2.
Will you wait for your host to arrive, study the paintings, or hunt for a telephone? I personally, I'm gonna throw my vote in here. I think that we should hit those paintings to see what kind of family we're up against here. Thoughts? 1 second. I'm gonna draw the first version of this House of Hell. I think that. Okay, this is the first map of the House of Hell. I think that's it so far. Okay. We're going to do some paintings. 304. Three portraits are particularly interesting. Will you look at the beautiful young woman wearing a tiara, a middle-aged portly gentleman wearing a half-moon glasses, or an elderly woman with gray hair and a cold expression? So many choices. All right. I don't know if we'll get more than one choice here. Sometimes they limit how many paintings you can look at. Specifically, how many paintings you can look at. Me and the arts. Tiara seems safest. Well, okay. She is beautiful, wearing a tiara. All right, let's do that 151. We'll get this ball rolling. There we go. A plaque beneath the painting reads, Lady Margaret of Danvers, 1802 to 1834. You stand and admire her beauty and wonder why she died so young. As you're staring at her face, you suddenly blink and look again. Didn't you just see her lips moving? Surely not. A whisper reaches your ear, but you cannot make out its message. You lean forwards and put your ear to the lips. A soft woman's voice is speaking to you. Stranger, beware of this place, for it is cursed. Many have succumbed to its power, myself included. The evil Lord Kelnor will already be plotting your death. Drink not his white wine, or if you can, be gone. Escape while you may. You step back, aghast. What sort of place is this? A creepy, run-down old building filled with priceless antiques and paintings which talk? A cold prickle runs down your neck, and you must add 1 fear point. Will you run for the door, or wait to see what happens? Spooky! I got a little shivers going down my spine. Okay, we're going to add 1 fear point. You guys decide whether you want to run for it. We should also probably make a note of this. Don't drink the white wine. Lady Margaret of Danvers, 1802 to 1834. Run for the door. Did you guys hear my crazy whispering? Oh, it's all whispery. All right, let's add fear. Okay, hold on a sec. I got to change this around. All right, so we're 1 of 8. We're 12.5% dead at this point. 277. There we go. We're waiting for it. Footsteps. Someone is coming. The tall man you met earlier walks in, opening the door for another tall man dressed in a purple smoking jacket. May I present Lord Kelnor, the Earl of Drumer, the butler announces. The Earl holds out his hand and you shake it. His grip is strong and his eyes pierce yours. His lips widen to a soft smile. You begin to tell him of your predicament, but he holds up his hand. Please, I can see that you've been caught in this filthy storm. Let us sit by the fire, and we'll see whether we can help. Franklins, tell the cook to prepare some food for our visitor. You protest that you do not wish to be any trouble, but your host ignores you and leads you to the drawing room where a fire is burning. You take off your coat and sit down. The heat of the fire makes you feel comfortable once more. Franklin returns with 2 glasses of brandy. Will you relax, drink the brandy, and ask if you can use the telephone? or will you wait and see what he asks you? Here's the illustration. You guys decide what we want to do. He's got some serious cheekbones, and that hairdo, man, I tell you. I didn't read it in a vampire accent, though, like a really bad B-movie. I could have. Please, I see that you've been caught up in this filthy storm. Let us sit by the fire, and we'll see whether we can help you. Yeah, no, all right. Don't be rude. War Pigs, you're so Canadian. So good. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna. Looks like we're waiting. No drinking, no drinking. Okay. We'll wait to see what he asks you. 111. We're gonna go against our Canadian instincts and just wait. Your host does seem a little annoyed by your nervousness. Come, come, he says. There's no need to be afraid. Has your little accident caused you to lose your nerve? Drink your brandy. You'll soon forget your fears. As you watch him, your mind begins to play tricks on you. Is his expression of one of genuine concern for your welfare, or is there a hint of something secretive in his eyes and smile? You shiver, and your fear of the situation is evident. Add one fear point. A short while later, Franklin's appears. Your meal is served, sir, he says to the Earl. You both rise and go to the dining room, 309. All right. Here we go. Fear 2. We are now 25% dead. Too late. Too late. No brandy now. We gotta eat. The dining room looks magnificent. A long table stretches between two fine chairs and is laid with gleaming, silvery cutlery. A rich red wallpaper covers the walls, and the room is lit by a sparkling chandelier, bristling with candles, which hangs from the ceiling. You take your seat, and the butler moves behind you to offer you wine. Will you take white wine or red wine? Well, I think we know the answer to this. White wine all the way. We want to be a painting and look as good as the lady on the wall. I think we're going to go for red in this case, as we are warned away from the white. 395. You guys agree? The wine is impeccable, a fine vintage. Soup follows, then you may choose either lamb or duck for your main course. Or you can tell your host that you've already eaten and are not hungry. All right, 3 choices. I've never been offered a food choice. Mostly it's just a flaming chicken and bread thrown at us in the middle of an arena pit. But, wink! Follower jokes. Lamb or duck or not hungry. Like lambs to the slaughter, 196. The rack of lamb is brought on a silver platter. The smell is delicious. You both start to eat and talk. The Earl asks you about your job and your reason for being in such an out-of-the-way place in the middle of the night. In turn, he tells you about himself and his family. Turn to 28. All right, let's see. You guys might want to settle in for a little bit of exposition here. The Earl of Drumer is the last survivor of his family. His estate stretches for miles around the house. At one time, the estate was prosperous, with many tenant farmers cultivating his land and providing a healthy income for his family. But things started to change. His sister died at the age of 32, under mysterious circumstances. She was found dead in a clearing in the woods with strange marks on her neck. Hold on a sec. I didn't know if that was a related picture. No. Okay, hold on. Not going to peek at that one. Strange marks around her neck. News traveled fast, and the ignorant peasants started muttering about witchcraft and black magic. In their eyes, the house was cursed. Pure superstitious nonsense, of course, but gradually the farmers moved to new pastures, avoiding the estate. But by now you have finished your meal. Franklin's returns to offer you fruit, cheese, coffee, and brandy. Oh man. Crazy. Okay, here's even more food choices about what we're eating. Fruit, coffee, and brandy. Cheese, coffee, and brandy. Or just cheese and coffee. It's interesting that brandy is excluded from the last one. I mean, we might have dodged a bullet with brandy the first time. So, are we lactose intolerant? Do we not want to drink alcohol? Or do we hate fruit? I'll take majority vote, unless you all pick different ones. He's totally trying to get us drunk. Okay, so we got... Okay, War Pigs. What are you going to do? Are you going to break the tie between Sassy and December, or are you going to pick the third option and then let me choose? Cheese and coffee it is. Here we go. 319. No brandy. 319. We're avoiding any kind of booze in here. Oh, we had red wine. The butler brings a plate of cheese and a steaming pot of coffee. He cuts a portion of cheese and pours your coffee into a china cup. The conversation continues. 74. Very pleasant, very pleasant. You finish off your meal. The Earl rises to his feet, saying, "Our conversation has been most enjoyable, but now you must be very tired. Franklin's will show you to your room. Let us retire." You stand up. He's right. You are tired, and it is well past midnight. You stumble and reach out to steady yourself against the table. Whew! You didn't realize that you were that tired. Or maybe you've had a little too much to drink. Of coffee? What? Your head is spinning, and the voice of your host becomes part of the background noise, which is getting louder and louder in your ears. Eventually, you collapse to the ground and lose consciousness. 173. You open your eyes. Your head is spinning, and it is some time before you're fully aware of the fact that your hands and feet are bound. The room you're in is empty, but you work out a plan. You'll hop over to the window, break the glass, and use it to cut yourself free. Pulling yourself to your feet is awkward, but you manage it. With a mixture of hops and shuffles, you arrive at the window. Outside, the wind is blowing. The rain. Oh, sorry. Outside, the wind is blowing. Outside the wind... This is an awkward sentence. Outside, the wind is blowing the rain against the window panes. Will you go ahead and smash the window with your hands? Something of a risky business. Or will you instead test your luck? If you want to test your luck, 136. If you do not wish to test your luck, 360. Oh, all right. Are we feeling lucky? I think, we've got 10 luck. We might need it with the lack of fear we got going on here. But it feels like if we were lucky on this one, it would be pretty good. So, if that's the case, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll for some luck here so everybody can see the magic crystal ball. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 3. All right, we tested our luck successfully. If you're new to the system, every time we're lucky, we have to deduct 1 luck because we can't continue to rely on luck forever. Luck on reliance. All right. If we did test our luck, 136. Okay, we didn't tell us to do that, but we're going to... Were you lucky or unlucky? If you were lucky, you managed to escape the splintered glass without harm. If you were unlucky, you lose 2 stamina points. All right, so we traded. It's all good. 317. You cut yourself free and massage your wrists to get the circulation moving again. Then you walk over to the door to try it. It is not locked. You try the handle, open it a little, and look outside. The room is on a first floor landing. Facing the door is a balustrade. Is that how you say that? Balustrade? And looking over the banisters, you see the entrance hall below. To your left, there are 2 doors in the corner of the landing, which run along to the right. Ooh, this is difficult to map. To your left, there are 2 doors in the corner of the landing which run along to the right. If you wish to go this way, 287. Looking to your right, the landing runs past another door and then turns to the left. To go this way, 33. And I'm reading this and I'm lost. Woo-wee! Alright, do you want to go explore the 2 doors in the corner? Or go the other way? Towards 1 single door on the landing, and then making a left-hand turn. Alright, 287. We're going to go left, down to the 2 doors. 287. You walk up to the two doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. Do you wish to enter the Balthus room? You'd rather go to the closed door, or the other door. If you ignore these doors and continue around the landing. All right, I'm going to try to draw this map here. Excuse my poor mapping skills there. We'll figure it out. I think this map is still valid at this point. All right, we're going to... Magpie said $2.99. I agree with that one. Let's try the Balthus door. It sounds more interesting. No. Too late. The room you have entered is bare. Pinstripe wallpaper, creepy, covers the wall. A hearth is set in the center of one wall, and on the mantelpiece there's a small wooden box. Curtains are pulled together along the wall, but they hang awkwardly, bulging in unnatural places. Do we see feet? I don't know. Do you wish to investigate the bulging curtains? Open the box on the mantelpiece or leave the room? All right, bulging curtains. That is amazing. Okay. What could it possibly be? That we're going to find out. Just to sate December's curiosity. Slowly and quietly you walk up to the curtains. There are no movement from it. You grab the left-handed curtain and fling it open. There is a full-length window behind, which is barred on the outside, but nothing is hiding there. You take hold of the other curtain, but before you can move it, the bulges you notice come to life. 236. Oh, live bulges. Watch out, people. This thing's... From behind the curtain, a heavy blow hits you in the chest and knocks you backwards on the floor. Lose 2 stamina and add 2 fear points. We're halfway dead. You pick yourself up quickly and the curtain slides to one side. A human figure steps out. Its skin is a dirty green color. Its wide eyes stare at you, yet through you. Its jaw gapes open to reveal a mouth full of half-rotten teeth. It wears ragged clothes, and as it advances towards you, resolve your fight with this zombie. There's the zombie. So, in investigating the bulge, we found a rotting zombie. All right, I'm going to add 2 fear. You guys know what to do. Get your exclamation point roll in, and we'll go from there, because we're going to be fighting a zombie. There we go. I'm going to add fear points. We're up 2 more to a mighty 4 fear. All right, Sassy's got a 5 and a 1. All right, so this guy, combat-wise, has a skill of 7 and a stamina 6. Pardon me. And we have to, so it means we have to hit him 3 times. And with we are 1 higher skill than he is. So we got a total of 6. He got a total of 4 on that one. So we hit him once. The second roll is from War Pigs with a total of 5. That gives us 13. And he rolled a 7, and 7 is 14. Means that we take 2 stamina. That means we're down a total of 4 from that first surprise attack that he got. And then December rolled an 8, gives him a total of 16, and he rolled double. Oh, the zombie got some salt. Sweet. Yeah, see, it's nice when it actually sums it up for you there, too, because you got D6s. All right, so that's the 3rd hit on the zombie. We won that combat against the zombie. We're going to take our 4 stamina points of damage, though, unfortunately, bringing us to a grand total of 15. But the zombie has been slain. Cool. Thanks for all the rolls, everybody. We are done that combat. We're going to go to 114. Poor Balthus. He's a zombie. Do you wish to leave the room or investigate the box on the mantelpiece? Well, that's clearly our treasure, right? We got it. I want to see what's on the treasure on the mantelpiece. I totally want the loots. All right, I'm gonna make the executive narrator decision here to hit up that loots.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider a like and subscribe to support the channel. And get ready for more adventures in the House of Hell.